Good afternoon, boys and girls of YouTube again. This is Karen and Hollister, and I'm going to tell you guys a story on a very serious and personal story. It's a true story, guys. No, I'm not going to tell you guys about my banking account or my bank and all that. Don't get me wrong, and yes, before I do, the Heritage Bank, it's a good bank, not sponsored, but the Heritage Bank, they be keeping tabs on me, that's a good thing. I'll go there every Thursday and they check on my balance and, call it there, they say, yeah. No, good bank. A very good bank, guys. But we're not talking about them not right now. Not sponsored, by the way, the Heritage Bank. They treat me well. The people out there treat me well. Well, if you get your account back, but that's another story for another time. But we go let's talk. Okay. Oh, shoot. All right. So let's get to the story at hand. Meantime, ignore that right there. Just try something out. The time that I just now found out that Midland Funding LLC, Credit One Bank, I will do a video on them in a later video, and of course Equifax. Let's get to it. Story goes that, and I got the thing in the drawer behind me, but it all started around November that Midland Funding, which is a bank I don't have any knowledge of, hell, I mean, I've been on this for 25 years, and I had no knowledge of this bank, Midland Funding LLC. Well, we, paying off a debt and no, but yeah, guys. But here's where things get all shitty. Excuse me. Gotta eat some chocolate. Sorry about it. Alright, guys. Right, so Midland Funding LLC, aka Credit One Bank, they did something that around 2016, hell, I was about, I don't know, 19 years old. No, 21 actually. Oh, yeah, 21. 21. No. It's about 4 years, so about 22 that this happened. They used my identity to take advantage of my identity, And yes, and they didn't use no Karen Hollister, but they used my actual name. And well, okay. So I've been noticing that I come home from work that day, man, guys, and turns out, well, sure enough, the local sheriff, then put a note on my door talking about you have now been. They're having a lawsuit filed against you for failure to pay your debt. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? So I called and said, hey, I called and said, hey, what's going on? And they go, well, sir, we it's been, a certain bank, been filing a lawsuit against you for not paying your debts and blah blah blah. I'm like, well, okay, I have no issue. I mean, look, I have nothing with this bank. I am not familiar with this bank. It's based in Las Vegas and So they basically told me, well, you gotta call this bank and get that stuff straightened out. Okay. So basically, I called the bank. I called this bank, and they're like, well, I called them in a total of about 50 times, almost literally 50 times. Finally, they said, oh, you have nothing to do with this, so we gonna file an investigative report. And this was way back in like fucking July or some shit. So it took y'all literally about 4 years to find out I had nothing to do with this shit. And it gets good. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. File a police report, send it to us, we'll wipe the shit off and, And let me tell you how much, and let me tell you how much they stick me for. Even of this bogus, bank account and this bogus, credit card bullshit. They stick me with, at first it was $642.60 fucking cents. But, now they stick me for over $700 in credit card debt. Guys, keep in mind, I had, in the 25 fucking years of me living, I had never opened a credit card. And it is definitely not with Credit One or Midland Funding LLC. No, I never did that. You better go, character. You an idiot, man. No, guys, I never did it. So it got to the point that my credit score used to be around 800 something, now down to 600 and 400 and 400 or 500, and I got bam, 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 bam. Because Midland Funding had that bullshit on my credit account. Bam, 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 bam. Caused my credit score to go sink further down the toilet. So now, in the case, if I want to make a big purchase, I could get a vehicle or get a house or whatever. If I apply for a mortgage or, apply for a car loan and auto loan and stuff like that, I'm not going to be able to get one because Credit One and Midland Funding done jacked me. They jacked me. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, he ain't paid his, he ain't paid his credit card debt. Bam! He ain't paid his credit card bill. Bam! Guys, it had gotten, and this is where the good stuff come in. Guys, listen. And the ringleader of all of this was none other than Equifax themselves. Oh boy. As you guys know, there has been a data breach settlement that Equifax have been using since 2015. So you basically got to call Equifax and say, hey, or go on the website and say, hey, am I involved in this, data breach settlement? And if you put your last name and your last 4 digits of your social security number, and if it say, yeah, you have been, infected by this data breach, oh, you gonna get about $1,500 out of this, at the end of, the end of time period. So guess what? Ironically, I was one of the millions of Americans that, was involved in this, data breach, situation. Congratulations, Equifax. You really know how to fuck shit up. Congratulations. You want a fucking cookie? I will send that shit to Atlanta. All this time, Equifax fucking jacked me. They fucked me, guys. Even with the bogus account that I don't have no knowledge of, with Midland Funding LLC, based in Las Vegas, California. Sorry, Las Vegas, Nevada. They have fucked me, guys. So, naturally, what anybody would do, they would call up and say, hey, what's going on? I mean, and then they'll tell you, well, okay, you just send, your social security card and your proof of ID, state ID, license, or whatever, and we'll get this eradicated. I sent that to Equifax. They said, oh, no, we still had to have that, You had to have that. I said, look, man, I'm about to say, look, man, y'all, at this point, y'all trying to scam me. What the hell? I sent them documentation up to you guys. And y'all still want that? What the hell? You talking about cancer, that's more than a damn story. No. It's not, no. So for 4 years, my credit score had been going down to toilet because of these guys. Midland Funding LLC, Credit One, and fucking Equifax. I went as far as to freeze my credit score, freeze my credit accounts, to the point I can't get jack shit, guys. And when you can't get jack diddly squat, it's basically you gotta file for another. You gotta file for another credit again to get credit back. I mean, I'm trying to rebuild my credit, but Jesus. And then when you look on the, look at the reviews that Credit One and Midland Funding and guys, is it worth getting a credit card from Credit One? And almost all the reviews were straight negative from don't get this card don't use this card company, it's a scam, blah blah blah. Guys, they went on the Better Business Bureau, guys. They had fucking 1 star. If you think I'm making this shit up, I will put down a link below. And if you want a link, and I will definitely link below for the reviews of Midland Funding and Equifax in the link below. Because I'm going to tell you, Equifax has basically fucked up many people's credit. Because of bullshit like this. You might think, well, Carrington, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, they deserve to be exposed. Credit One deserve to be exposed. Midland Funding deserve to be exposed, because there's no way in hell. I mean, if they know that I had nothing to do with, I have no knowledge of that shit, they could have been saying, hey, this guy don't have nothing to do with this, so we need to scrap his account and maybe give him his maybe give him a restitution. Hell, give him a restitution for the bullshit that we caused for him. Carrington, you been a Karen? Yeah. Technically I am, because how the hell, y'all, that's a fuck up on y'all. That's a fuck up on y'all end. That's a fuck up on y'all end, guys. Because there's no way in hell y'all should stick me $700 fucking for a non-existent bank account you got in my name from some idiot, because some idiot done used my account and my identity to my disadvantage. You may say, well, Carrington, you haven't, Carrington, have you given people your, I got this question. Have you give anybody in your family your, information? No. If I did, they wouldn't be stupid enough to use it. To Midland Funding LLC. or to credit one, they wouldn't be stupid enough to do that shit. So why the hell I would do that? Why the hell that would be just that jackassery and cold to do that shit? It's beyond me, guys. It is beyond me, guys. I might know this video gonna go all out, but hey, it's just somewhat of a PSA of saying, hey, before you, and I'm gonna link the, also gonna link the settlement thing below. Link the settlement thing below, guys. See if you have been involved in the Equifax settlement and for the claim, and you have until December of next year to file the claim, because I think those you that because those you that been involved in this, I think $1,500 is a sweet deal from Equifax. And on top of that, you can still, and on top of that, guys, and on top of that, you can still get a restitution from, in my case, I mean, Midland Funding LLC. But if you've been fucked over by, many of these banks and that you have no knowledge of, but people been yanking your account, it's almost like a fucking, scam. Fucking call center scam. Indian call center. Or I like to call it the Habib call center. The Habib call center. So basically, Midland Funding LLC, I mean, guys, let me tell y'all something. There is no way that I owe $700 fucking dollars in a bogus checking account, bogus credit card, account, because I have no knowledge of it. In the 25 fucking years of me living on this planet, I had no knowledge of any. I haven't even opened up a credit card in my name in 25 fucking years. So hell, let alone 22 years. Hell, in 22 years. So I had to literally file a dispute between Midland Funding and please excuse the voice in the background. The voice in the background. Sorry. Midland Funding LLC. But guys, there's more to this story. That's just a tidbit of it. Do I want to say? Well, yeah, because I mean, I don't want the video to drag along and drag along and drag along and drag along. But it's to the point of when you file and you've been approved to get a vehicle, you gotta say, well, you gotta get a cosigner because you owe X amount of dollars, or you've been another debt, you owe X amount of debt, so you gotta get a cosigner. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. So that being said, that's more than this issue. Is Carrington broke, or why Carrington didn't get big calls, guys? I'm just gonna say this: get off my nuts, okay? Get off my nuts. I'm trying to get this under control. Yeah, haven't been posting videos in a while, but like I say, be sure to look on my Patreon. And like I said, I will link the Better Businesses bureaus on all three of these companies I just mentioned in this video down in the link below. So if you want to check them out, then be my guest, guys. So, that being said, this is Carrington Hollister. Feel free to subscribe and comment in, or, if you don't like the video or unsubscribe, I don't care. Do so. It don't hurt me. It only makes me feel stronger. feel free to check out my Patreon. And this has been again Captain Holmes for Sunday, September the 27th. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm signing off, guys.